Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am not going to make you sit through that song for a third time. My name is Raz. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the heck you are in this world. I hope you have had a good day or are having a good day. Welcome to my YouTube channel and my recap of AEW Dynamite 200. Tonight's episode, or if you're in Australia, like me, today's episode, which aired on Thursday, the 3rd of August, but in America, the 2nd of August. So, I see we've already got one person in the chat, and that's my good friend Stephen. I really appreciate you being here, Stephen. Thank you. And yes, fingers crossed that this time it doesn't mess up. Let's see. So, we started off the show tonight with Chris Jericho coming out first to take on, to join forces with Takeshita and to take on his current stablemates in Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia. As we expected, standard sort of tag match, and went back and forth. Wasn't too bad of a match. Seemed pretty good. Obviously, there's a bit of a story going here with the Jericho Appreciation Society and what's happening from there. I guess we're going to either see a Jericho face turn or we're going to see something happen that's going to have the JAS just completely disband, which, for me, I think the JAS needs to disband. They've been running around way too long, and it's something that it needs to disappear. Yes, Stephen, I agree. The tag match was good. I wouldn't be surprised if Jericho does turn face. It's probably about time. He needs to change up the character, and the heel Jericho can only work for so long. It's not something that I can see as a sustainable character, especially when people love his Judas theme music. That's something that you can't get away from. And we've got Hunter Dillon and Jake in the chat. Welcome to the channel, guys. I appreciate you guys coming in and showing some support. This is my first official post-show sort of thing. I'm going to try and do these regularly. However, there may be a bit of a break in between because coming up towards the end of the month, I will be in London for All In. And that's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to go for that. So next up on the show, we got the Tony Khan on screen giving a bit of a rundown of like the 200 episodes, and then he transitions it into a video package. I think the video package was well done. They highlighted a lot of what AEW has done over its tenure, and yeah, they even showcased the man who jumped ship. They showcased Cody, and what can you say? You had to showcase him. He was part of the original legacy of the company. He was the reason that AEW essentially came to be in America. Yes, you had the Kenny and the Young Bucks, but you had to have them with someone else to launch that forward into America. And Cody was that guy. Cody was that guy. And I'm not going to lie. Some episodes of AEW Dynamite haven't been great. Others have been fantastic. And I think that showcasing what they've done over the years, they've done the right thing in putting everyone that was essential to the show on there. And yes, I definitely agree with you, Hunter. It was the right thing for them to do. If they hadn't, there would have been a lot of talk from the other side or the other side's fans about why didn't they showcase Cody, or why didn't they acknowledge that Cody was part of the original team. So after that video package, we go to Renee backstage talking to, or trying to get an interview with Chris Jericho, who looks very defeated after his situation, and we get good old Daddy Magic coming up to him, talking to him about the JAS. I didn't really hear what was going on there, but my guess is that the JAS is pretty much going to be no more. I believe straight after that we went to a commercial break, or no, we didn't, sorry. We went to Tony Schiavone being in the ring, and he calls out the FTW champion. Yes, the JAS breaking up is a good thing. I think it's time that it ends. I think that the JAS needs to go away. They all need to separate. Garcia and Sammy have their own thing going with the tag team, and I think that's actually working. I think Anna hasn't really benefited as much as they thought she would. And I think that Daddy Magic and the others haven't really benefited either. Like, it's something that they haven't done properly, and they haven't been able to showcase them in a good light. So yeah, back to where I was. So Tony Schiavone called out Jack Perry. We were expecting it to be Jack Perry versus Jerry Lynn in a match, or at least Jerry Lynn getting the crap kicked out of him by Jack Perry. Did not happen. Jerry Lynn came out to the stage and said that he's not cleared, won't ever be cleared because of all the issues with his neck. Completely understandable. The guy's been around and wrestling for God knows how long, and he definitely will not step in that ring. There is no need for him to step in that ring. However, we get our first official surprise of the night, and that is that he's got someone that he's called in to take on Jungle Boy. And that is a debuting / returning to the wrestling ring RVD. And with that, we get Pantera as the theme song, which, great choice for that. It was absolutely amazing to have Pantera play over RVD, giving him back that ECW feel. I think that was one thing that was really, really good, that they gave back that ECW feel, that they gave back something that could have... They didn't go with something just generic. They went with something that they needed, that would remind the fans of what ECW was at the time. Good segment. I'm looking forward to seeing RVD back in the ring again. He probably paid a decent amount. I wouldn't be able to give you exact figures. Every band's different, but knowing that music royalty rights are not cheap, at the best of times. It depends on what Pantera was asking for at the time, and also what the label wanted to give them. Whether or not it's going to be a permanent thing as well is another thing, and also if it's in perpetuity as well. Like when Brian got the final countdown as his entrance for Forbidden Door, they got that currently as a one-time deal, but in perpetuity, so meaning that it can be played endlessly on the replays. Like, they don't have to edit it out and put some generic pop song or generic band or generic song to fill the gap. So next up we get Hikaru Shida's video talking about how she was the pandemic champion, how she defined the pandemic era. She was the champion when there was the no crowds, and that we needed to, or she needed to get back to being what she was during the pandemic, and that she wanted to be the champion in front of crowds this time. Not a bad package, not a bad video package, somewhat standard for AEW. Yeah, somewhat a standard video package. Okay, so I apologize, guys. As I said, this is my first official live stream. First time doing it by myself. It feels really, really strange to be doing it by myself, and I do appreciate you guys being here, watching along. If you've got any questions or you've got anything you want to say, put it in the comments. I will try and read it out, okay? So, second match of the night, we actually got the Trent Beretta versus Penta El Zero Miedo and John Moxley anything goes match. I was expecting tables, I was expecting chairs, I was expecting pretty much anything. Like, it's a standard Moxley match in these days. Anything goes. Anything, like, the fight is always insane. Was it the best and most violent match? No. But we did get Trent opening up, getting cut open and bleeding instead of getting Moxley bleeding. That's been one of my gripes, is Moxley's bled all the time. But this time we got Trent bleeding. The table spot with Trent and Moxley, that was absolutely insane. And to see as Stephen just said, to see Trent pull out the win on this one was something that, well, I didn't expect. I expected it to be Moxley to take out the win. Would I like to see more of the best friends winning? Yes, I would. Yes, Hunter. Renee probably having to go at him, stop smearing blood all over the bed. That's probably what happened. Yeah, but it was great to see Trent take the win here, see Pent, and to see them all showcased, and it wasn't just a squash match, especially on Trent's behalf. I think that this puts stock in AEW, and it puts stock in their younger guys. It gives them a chance to get over again, and build something that from there. Obviously, after the match, the BCC come out, so you get Claudio and Wheeler coming out from the backstage area. They get interrupted by the best friends of Orange Cassidy and... shit, what's the other guy's name? I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm immensely brain farty today. So yeah, you get the best friends taking on the BCC in a brawl, and then they get on the mic and basically call out a match for Rampage, where we're getting the BCC versus best friends on Rampage. I'm guessing it's another Anything Goes match, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going to take a quick break here, just grab myself a drink. I will be back very, very shortly, okay? Thank you. Okay, guys, I apologise for taking a quick break. I just needed to grab myself a drink. I thank you for being patient with me. Yes, Chuck Taylor is the guy. Thank you, Stephen. I really appreciate that you remembered and I don't. I have had a terrible amount of brain fog today that has caused me to forget things that I should have. And we got a wild Kai appearing in the chat for the first time. How's it going, Kai? How's the moving home? Obviously, the chat's gonna be a little bit delayed from when you type, but I'll try and keep up with it. So, after we get the announcement of the match, we've got, as Stephen said, probably Trent's mum going to be driving them to the parking lot of Daly's place. We're going to get a Daly's place brawl. I'm keen for it. I loved the last one. It was amazing. It's going to be probably amazing again. Might give me a reason to watch Rampage again. Haven't really had much of a reason to watch too much of Rampage because, unfortunately, Rampage feels like a C show. It feels like a C show, and it feels like they don't put much importance on the matches there. AEW, if you are here listening, I'm not calling it. I'm just calling it like it is. So you'll be fully moving this weekend. And you've only got mobile data. Damn, man, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad to see you here, and I appreciate you jumping on board for the first ever official Raz post show. As you can see, the live chat on screen is a bit delayed, but it gets there. So after that, we get RVD backstage announcing that he's going to face Jack Perry for the FTW title. He says he's known for inflating titles and then retiring them. That harkens back to what happened in his WWE days with the European and Intercontinental titles, where they retired the belts after he's won them, and yeah, so that was a slight dig at WWE, but at the same time keeping relevant to the story of RVD. So Not too bad. I believe then we went to a commercial break, which after that we get Jacob Friedman coming out, and he tells us about how he has ADD as well as having RSD and having the having a hard time when he was younger, being bullied and not getting opportunities and all that sort of stuff. Yes, you did miss RVD. RVD was a surprise today. He has made his AEW debut, and they used Pantera, which I know you're going to hate, Kai. I know you're going to hate the fact that they used Pantera, but they used Pantera for his theme. So it was, for me, that was a little mark out moment because old school ECW days. See, I told you were going to hate it. I told you were going to hate it. But you know what? It's RVD. You can't complain. MJF's obviously is a long segment because he's called out Adam Cole. He tells Adam that him and Adam obviously have that discussion, and Adam says that he's becoming that MJF's becoming a man and a good man at that, and basically that MJF has changed and that the people love him and that MJF has grown as a person. We then get MJF turning around and saying to Adam Cole that he thinks Adam Cole doesn't deserve a match for the title, which, as you can imagine, comes to a chorus of boos because he's promised the match, and you've got Adam Cole looking upset and annoyed. MJF goes over to the side of the ring, gets a note, like a folder from one of the ring crew, and he turns around to Adam Cole and says, "You don't deserve just a match, you deserve the match." And he hands Adam Cole a folder with a contract in it, and that is a contract to face MJF for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship on Sunday, August 27th at Wembley Stadium in London for All In. I am hyped for that because I am going to be there. I think we're going to see a potential of a brand new world champion crowned, and we might get a faced run with MJF, which I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if we get a face run MJF. I just do not see this ending well with MJF isn't going to turn face. MJF's going back to the old MJF either before or after or at the event. He's played the heel for so long, and he is a great heel. He is a moneymaker in that regard. But Adam Cole plays a better heel and can play a nasty heel. I think this whole buddy cop scenario has painted them both in a different light, and we can definitely back both of them. Anyway, Adam Cole signs the. I apologise for the sound of the truck, but Adam Cole signs the contract and turns around to MJF and says, "I love you." They hug it out in the middle of the ring. We go backstage, and Roddy Strong is obviously upset. And he's throwing things, throwing a tantrum, getting angry. Coming in from the side of the screen, we get the guys from the Kingdom come in. And I think Steven's got it right. We can't underestimate Roddy in this one. Because there's got to be something. There's got to be something in play that causes like a tragedy of some sort. We're going to either have Roddy come in and annihilate Adam Cole, or he's going to attack MJF, and you're going to have Adam Cole turn around and like support MJF, and then you'll have Roddy and the Kingdom be the heels. But don't know. You think that it's going to be a double turn? I wouldn't be against a double turn. I really wouldn't be against a double turn. It could be very interesting to see where they go. But I guess we'll find out in a few weeks' time. It's not something that we're going to know. Guess we see what happens. Also, I should have mentioned earlier, please click that thumbs up button. I know it's a pain in the ass when content creators ask you to click that thumbs up button, but it does help because it shows people, or it shows the algorithm that you like what I'm doing, and it gets the attention a little bit more towards being on the main pages of YouTube or wherever you're consuming this content. Coming up next, after that, we get a 6-man tag. Sorry, Hunter, you said you wouldn't be opposed to an MJF face turn. It'd be a change of pace from him, always insulting everybody and jumping the shark, so to speak. Interesting. I could see MJF being a face and pandering to the crowd. I don't think he would get over super massively if he played the super baby face. I think he would still need to play that tweener face rather than a super over baby face. He would still need to play that tweener and have that little bit of dastardliness to him, because otherwise what we loved about MJF is just gone. But getting back to it, we had the 6-man tag match with the remember the suplex, that like button, a DDT to the comment section, super kick that subscribe button, and ring that bell. Damn, man, I like that. That is a great way to do promo. Kai, you are my promo guy from now on. Or my Kai, sorry, not Guy, my promo them. I apologise. We got the Elite versus Jeff Jarrett, Satnam Singh, and Jay Lethal. Little quality match, not overly super entertaining. Like, it wasn't ever going to be super entertaining. It's the Elite. Yes, we got interference from Karen, and we got Hangman coming in as well. Although we did get interference from Brandon Cutler taking out Karen with the hairspray. Or the cold spray. Coming in with the cold spray and taking out Karen. That was good. That was funny to see. Kenny gets on the mic and then says that Hangman's got something to say. Hangman announces that the Elite have re-signed with AEW. Kenny's back on the mic and says, no matter what, whether it's Dynamite, whether it's Rampage, or even Collision, you'll be seeing plenty more of the Elite. So I think we're teasing here. I think we're teasing a little bit here. We're getting a little bit of the CM Punk and FTR versus the Elite coming up. I think we might need to add one more person to the side of CM Punk and FTR. Don't know who they'd go for, but I think we're going to see one more person added, just so it's a 4-on-4 instead of 3-on-3 or 3-on-4. it's got to happen. People need to see it. It's one thing that since that all out situation last year, they need to see it. We need to see CM Punk and the Elite in the same ring. That's what I was just saying, DM. I think we're going to see CM FTR or Punk TR versus the Elite, but I think we need to add a fourth person to it, because I think that's what's going to help us get it across the line, especially having that fourth person, because the Bucks and Kenny have that fourth person, so we need that fourth person in there. Who do you guys think could be the fourth person for CM Punk and FTR? Who do you think it could be? Do you think it could be someone from their past? Do you think it could be someone that's currently in the company? Do you think that there might be a complete outsider? Let me know your thoughts and we'll have a chat about that. So, next up, after that match, we had probably one of my least favorite segments of the show, not because of what it is and not because of what happened, but it was more the way they did it. They made it look a bit more like a gang attack, but it was Mogul Embassy going to Nick Wayne's house, and the Wayne Academy, as they call it, and attacking Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne gets bloodied. He loses a severe amount of blood. I don't have a problem with the blood. I just think that the way this video was done, it looked like a gang style, and I get that that's kind of what the Mogul Embassy is about. They're about that gang look, but I think it just did cross the line a little bit with the amount of blood that you had pouring out of Nick Wayne's head. One of the final shots of that video is him bleeding out, and it's just a pool of blood. Like, I think you could easily fill a bowl, like a cereal bowl, with the amount of blood that Nick Wayne lost. I think they did go a little bit overboard. You are right there, Stephen. Just not. It's not something that I want to see all the time. I get that we're going with the Mogul Embassy being a gang sort of environment, but when you had AR Fox pretty much holding something to the throat of Nick Wayne, it looked very bad, and it could potentially be seen as something bad, and very threatening. I mean, we had it back in the day when Rey Mysterio got pelted headfirst into the side of a production truck by Kevin Nash. Like, the viewers called the police and the fire department in the area because they thought there was a real brawl going on. Some viewers still believe that there are wrestling that is real. They think that wrestling is insanely real and that the feuds are insanely real. I apologize for that, guys. Yeah, but I'm just concerned as all, because obviously you've got people watching it who still believe it's real and still believe that things can happen and that not everything's pre-planned. Yes, I know that things are pre-planned, but the amount of blood was a bit worrying. I hope Nick Wayne's okay. I hope they gave him treatment. They obviously had medical staff on standby near his home just to make sure that he was fine. But let's get off that. So the next match we got, interesting match, because when we were watching this, Aussie Open, being the ROH Tag Team Champions, putting their belts on the line against Vikingo and Commander on an AEW show instead of being on a Ring of Honor show. It kind of didn't make sense. It should have stayed on ROH, not AEW. DM, yes, you can find a YouTube video for it. I'll inbox you later where that part where of what happened, and I'll send you that a link to it so that you can see exactly what it was. It's from 96, I think, 1996. So it's older footage, but it's not brutal, but there is reasons people thought it was real at the time. So getting back to the match, Aussie Open take out the win. Great match by Vikingo and Commander. Those two high flyers, amazing guys, amazing talent. I'm keen to see if AEW will keep using them and keep pushing them further and further, and maybe we'll get a bit of a run, whether it's for the ROH titles or they get pushed into the AEW tag title scene. Who knows? Guess we'll find out in the future. So coming up to the end of the night, we had the last match, or the main event, which was the AEW Women's World Title with Hikaru Shida versus Toni Storm. We knew there was going to be shenanigans because obviously of the fact of having the Outcasts out there. We knew that there was going to be some shenanigans and that there would be things coming into play. We got the spray paint being used. We got them attempting to get Shida to use her kendo stick and attempting to break the rules. As Steven said, a little bit of a spoiler, Shida has become the new AEW Women's World Champion. Really did not see that coming. I thought that either we were going to see a return, not of Jamie Hayter, because unfortunately Jamie Hayter has announced, or there has been talk that Jamie Hayter is not coming back for a little while. But I thought we would be seeing the return of Jade Cargill, maybe pushing for the title run. But no, we got Hikaru Shida taking the win here, and I was happy to see it, but I'm worried that it could be a very transitional championship with Saraya taking the belt at Wembley, as Stephen has just said, taking the belt at Wembley from Shida. I hope not. I hope that we're going to see a decent title reign for Shida, but I also understand if we're going to go to Wembley, we're going to have the hometown pop for Saraya, so that needs to happen. Something big needs to happen. Other than that, that's been it for the AEW show, or Dynamite this week, Dynamite 200. What did you guys think? What did you think about the show? Did you think that there was anything that they could improve upon? Did you think that there may have been something that they could have done better, or something that you would have put in there? Do you think that you could turn it around and change something about the way the show is done, or the description of the show? Yeah, so let me know what you think, and we'll see if we've got time, we'll discuss it. Other than that, we've got Rampage coming up this Friday. We've got them showcasing the Anna Jay versus Sky Blue, and we've got the Best Friends taking on BCC from that match. And on Collision, we've got CM Punk facing Ricky Starks for the Real World's title, as well as seeing so Hunter, you've said that you would have done without that at least one segment, and trust you that the thing with the object to the throat triggered you immediately. I completely agree there. It was not something that they could have done or should have done to the extent that they did. I think that was something that it was good for the idea behind it, but it could have been done a heck of a lot better, and they could have put something in place to say, maybe for people who are sensitive to those situations, to not watch. Yeah, I guess that's it. So, other than that, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for coming along. I really appreciate it. You have a wonderful day, evening, whatever it is. Come follow me on social media. Stephen, you're rating Dynamite a 6.5 tonight. Understandable. Hunter, you're saying that you would give it a skip card, and yes, you're bringing those back because it brought back some awful memories. Completely understand that, Hunter, and I'm sorry that it did that. I wish I could. I don't control AEW, I just watch, unfortunately, but I understand where you're coming from. Guys, if you would like to support me, I do have some stuff up on Teespring. I do have some stuff up on TeePublic as well. You can find my merchandise on there. Anything you buy that is supporting me, I will love to see it as well. So send me a photo if you do. Even if you just want to click that like button or that share button, doesn't matter. Just whatever you want to do. I'm happy with whatever. I'm not here to make millions of dollars out of this. I'm just here to try and be a little bit entertaining and just share my thoughts on what I enjoy. Anyway, guys, that's going to be the end for me. You guys have a wonderful time, and I will see you next time. Take care.
the temple, down into the sea below!